I'm going to share with you 3 Bitcoin DEX tokens that you could purchase right now if you think these projects have potential. That is correct. Bitcoin does have the capabilities to have automated market makers and liquidity pools on layer 1, and I'm going to be showing you guys those projects right now. Last but certainly, ladies and gentlemen, not least, we got to talk about Unisat. Okay, so there's 2 swap modules. One on Bitcoin layer 1, mainnet, and then the other one on, as I said, these are tokens that are available right now. He comes down here and really breaks it down. So compute the token of, looks like this formula is freaking Albert Einstein to the power of Nikola Tesla equals freaking Thomas Edison. I don't know how to decipher that for you, but so the 3 tokens that we're talking about is Francis Dhun Uncensored. Welcome back to another video here at Francis Dhun Uncensored, where we do indeed have tomorrow's newspapers today. This is also called a Smart Money channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and absolutely smash the bell notification button if you want to be ahead of the crowd and the pack when it comes to the next big thing in crypto. That's what we do on this channel, guys. So let's get right on with the content. So we're going to be discussing these 3 tokens that's available right now, that's on the Bitcoin infrastructure, right? And it's solving real problems that the Bitcoin ecosystem is currently facing, which is the lack of DeFi trading on Bitcoin. No more marketplace structure. These guys, right, 3 of them, they're solving that, where you could actually go in and out, purchase as much tokens as you like without having to buy whatever the seller lists. Okay, so let's go on with it right here. We're talking about .swap. This is the first one here. They are following me. I just followed them back not too long ago. So they do have a token. The beautiful thing about .swap is this, guys. Their shit is actually live right now. Currently live at this very moment, okay? So if you head on over to .swap.app, you're going to see, you know, all these things here. I'm already logged in with my Unisat wallet. You could swap right here, as you see runes. You could swap a BRC20s and even ERC20s. Let's just click swap BRC20, and this is how it actually looks now. Like this. So obviously I have Bitcoin in my wallet, 0.08. Let's just say I wanted to get some sats. I could go sats, which is actually the other token we're going to be taking a look at, right? So right here, you know, I don't know, let's put 0.01. I could go ahead and initiate this damn swap right here, right now. But let's take a closer look at their pools and see which pools has the most liquidity in it, because that matters when it comes to LPs. Right here, they have the BTC .swap runes pairing appears to have the most liquidity, and then it goes down to NUSD and Bitcoin, which is very interesting, right? So what NUSD is doing is, if you know, like when Bitcoin's going down, people actually was trading their Bitcoin for that stable coin. Very, very cool, because we never had that before on layer 1 Bitcoin. Right now we do. Okay, so that's just a little tidbit for you. Okay, so where is my sats? Okay, so the pairs that's on the second page. So right here, BTC sats, this is ranked 14th. So this doesn't really cut the mustard for me, because right now the TVL, or, you know, these pools are only holding about, you know, $4,000 worth. So that's going to really wreck me in terms of, you know, if I want to buy these tokens through this liquidity swap. There's not much liquidity. I'm going to pay an extra premium on that because of it. So that's one thing you need to look out for when using .swap, just to make sure that how these pools are equipped with enough liquidity, so you don't, you know, the slippage isn't going to be too crazy. But that's what we have going on over here. And this right here is their token, .swap, .swap, right? So this little dot thing, it's not a dot, whatever the hell you call that, that's what it is there. And if we come on over to Magic Eden, you could see it here as well. But if you really want to just try out the protocol, I mean, the liquidity for this one isn't too bad at all. It's just under $1 million, right? So 17 BTC. The volume seems to be okay as well, having about 10.7 BTC within the last 24 hours for a Bitcoin standard token. That's not, you know, bad, terrible volume. So you might want to check it out over here, right? You get some Bitcoin, you come on over here. You click on the rune section, which we're on, and you just swap it, right? So cool, right? So runes, swap, Bitcoin. You could go for their .swap over here, right? And then, you know, do your thing. Put in how much Bitcoin you wanted to purchase of it. There you go. The slippage here shouldn't be too terrible, okay, guys? So that's what we got going on over there for the first particular token, dot swap. Check them out. I mean, again, I think at the end of this year, we're going to see a lot of these LPs on layer 1 really start to proliferate, really start to grow, and I think the token could have a positive effect on that as well. With that being said, I'm not too sure what the use case is for dot swap token. It just might be a governance token, okay? So do check that out on your own time. Moving on to the next Bitcoin DEX token, okay? We're going to be looking at RSM, Runes State Machine. And this is like a breakdown just today, come from Michael.btc. This is the man behind this, automated liquidity contract for Rune's assets, okay? So it's a 5-part piece. Let's carry on. Here's a contract 002, an automated liquidity contract for Rune's assets. An automated market-making AMM method based on constant product formula. He goes ahead with the formula over there, and he gives us more insights here. Okay, so contract 002 is the first RSM contract for dApps that can run on the RSM Rune State Machine. Interesting. By liquidity provider, trader, and liquidity pool, contract 002 can realize decentralized, trustless, and permissionless Runes token exchange, Bitcoin Layer 1. He comes down here and really breaks it down. So compute the token of, looks like this formula is freaking Albert Einstein to the power of Nikola Tesla equals freaking Thomas Edison. I don't know how to decipher that for you, but that's not the geeky dev shit right there. Okay, and he goes on about the op return, all this stuff here, okay? And when we look in the comment section, you can find some more insights to what he says here. Some developers are cooking like 100swap, 100swap.io, 100 layer. You might want to look into them too to see if there's any value there as well. But my point is, these guys are cooking. These guys are, giving us updates and giving us, it appears, formulas and somewhat code. So I think you should take them a little bit seriously here and see what they got to offer. Now, if this is something you're interested in, as I said, these are tokens that are available right now. So RSM, the Rune State Machine, this is their Twitter. Come over to Magic Eden. You can look at the 1-month chart, what have you. It's sitting at roughly 5 sats right now, or 5.4 sats. Okay, so you had a nice little dip. I think the all-time high went to 13.77 sats. So right now it's at 5 sats. Obviously over here was around under a sat. So my point is, now you actually have an opportunity to get these things right now, especially in the time of the market where things are on discount, market is bleeding, tokens are going down in value. You got some capital set aside. These are the moments you want to take advantage of the market, right, guys? So go check them out if you think this has potential or not. Last but certainly, ladies and gentlemen, not least, we got to talk about Unisat, okay? So Unisat came out with this yesterday, an announcement, an update, if you will, for their fractal Bitcoin. We're not talking about the FB token here. We're talking about SAT's BRC20 token, okay, in particular. Because FB token, everybody wants to get a piece of that. You can't get your hands on that right now. TGE for fractal Bitcoin appears to be in September, where we will see that token go live as well, and it will be on the open market. So we'll break this down very quickly. Unisat swap product, important update. This announcement aims to provide an update about the swap product. Swap will be available on both Bitcoin and mainnet and fractal Bitcoin. Okay, so there's 2 swap modules. One on Bitcoin layer 1 mainnet, and then the other one on fractal Bitcoin, which is the framework they have developed to scale Bitcoin to make it faster block confirmations of 30 seconds, to make it cheaper and faster, using Bitcoin's algorithm and proof of work. Bunch of cool stuff there, okay? So let's carry on down here. A little bit more detail. Swap on fractal Bitcoin. We aim to deliver fractal swap in September, a product identically in functionality to the mainnet swap, as I just alluded to, ensuring projects on fractal Bitcoin have strong liquidity from the start. Future iterations will support BTC and other mainnet assets on Fractal as BRC20 wrapped assets. So, just like we saw with .swap, it's amazing they built this liquidity pool, but we would love to see more liquidity within those pools. If I want to buy sats, it was only $5,000 worth of liquidity in there. I would get wrecked. That's kind of like when these meme coins are now launching at, you know what I'm saying, these little micro liquidity pools. That's not going to cut the mustard. So I hope that Fractal Bitcoin, when they go live, they'll address those issues, which they seem to be aware of it, okay? So it goes on, it goes on, it goes on. They also talk about sats, okay? And this is a much more in-depth article and literature over here where they do mention Sats BRC20 will be used for gas, and this should be the one being used for gas on layer 1 or mainnet Bitcoin, okay? All right, so I don't want you guys to get confused here. FB also is going to be used for transactions. Now, remember, there's two, pools here, right? There's one on layer 1, there's one on Fractal Bitcoin. So according to their website, they stated that how FB, which is Fractal Bitcoin token, will be used for transaction fees. Now, is that going to be some other sort of transaction fee of some description? I don't know, but I think common sense tells me, at least, that it will be on Fractal Bitcoin swap module, and then Sats is going to be utilized on this particular module 1 on Bitcoin. Okay, guys? So do get your Sats or look for a good entry point because it's going to be fire, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And I'll leave this link in the, the description box for y'all. And if we want to look at the marketplace over here, we could look at Sats. Had a nice little some happen to it, a nice little pump a little bit. I think yesterday it went up to like 66%, 34%. Now it's at 12%. So, people are going to come in and set their prices after their news rolls out. So, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. You just look for your entry point and take it from there. So, the 3 tokens that we're talking about is .swap runes, which currently is live right now. And I'm talking about the protocol and the token. Okay, you could go and find that token as I showed you on Magic Eden. We're also talking about Sats BRC20 token. You should know what Sats is already. Many of you, if you're following the channel, have minted Sats. And if you want to scoop up some more, you know where to go get it at Unisat.io marketplace and even OKEx. Okay, and then we're also talking about the RSM token. Michael seems to be cooking and also brewing up some stuff here with these updates. So I look forward to these updates. All right, guys, that's all I have for y'all. Thank you for watching. Until the next video, you're on your own. Later.
Francis Dhun, Uncensored.